Hey y'all, Jason here with Dirt Race Life. So we are at Tennessee National Raceway in Hohenwald, Tennessee at the Jason Maurer Memorial Race. It is 5,000 to win tonight in the crate racing street stock class. Super excited about my car. It is definitely better than it's been all year. So we think we got a real shot at making that show. Definitely more street stocks here tonight than is what's going to make the show. So we got to race our way in. We want to get that picture in front of that victory lane sign over there. So y'all stick around. We just went out for hot laps and the track's already full dry slick. I mean, like, really, it's going to be true dry slick even for qualifying. All right, so I had my 1-inch spacer off. That set my left rear was sitting inside of my left front by 1 inch. I'm going to bring them up heads up. Do that. And let me put this tire back. We're going to do something else too. Track's really slick. So I moved that spacer out on the left rear to help there, back to what I was in the slick the other night, which I know works. Track's got a lot more banking in it, and I was really free on the entry. I was really waiting on the car. Car was in a skate with me, and I think I need to tighten my chain up, you know, one hole. I need to hit that chain a little bit quicker, get the car to, you know, stop applying weight to the left rear, shift some weight to that right rear. I think that'll help me. I'm not going to change my weight jack or anything. I'm just going to go up one hole on the chain right here. I believe that will help me because when I'm going into the turn, you know, the car is dragging on the left rear, and I mean, it's just really over rotating on entry. And I tried to like 4-wheel brake and slow down straight, but as I rolled into the turn, she was really wanting to tail out on me. So I'm going to take this up a hole for qualifying. Not sure it's the right move, but we're going to do something. We got to improve it for sure. This is what we're qualifying on.
Alright, so we just finished hot laps, came back in and made some changes to the car. Looked like it was a little loose in the turn, so hopefully these changes will work.
I was trying to just slow down and roll into one, but what you saw is you saw me just skate up into one. So I was trying to roll in, and it was just drifting. It was just sliding across, you know.
It almost looked like you needed to pull a knee, cut more.
Well, the track is probably as slick as it's going to be right now, and then it's going to get more and more rubber on it throughout the night, and it'll actually probably get a little better.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, but I got good drive off the corner. The car is delayed. It was better, definitely better, as far as like really delaying me being able to pick the throttle up on entry. So it wasn't tailing out as bad and sliding as far on corner entry, but still really having to wait to pick up the throttle, put me in the back of my group on qualifying. Man, I qualified terrible. So I'm looking at it, my right rear tire is really hot, my left rear tire is just warm. I'm gonna put some more load in my right rear. I had run this jack down a turn. I'm going to take this jack. That turn I had put in the right front last time worked very well on that flatter track. I'm going to take it back out on this track here. I think that's going to help me, because if I take a round out of the right front, then that's my left rear bike right front right there. Taking some wedge out, put me down on my right front nose just a little bit more. That'll add load to my right rear. I'm going to do it like that. I'm not going to crank on my jack on the right rear. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it alone. It looks like on the right rear it's getting over about 2 inches. I'm just going to put a little bit more load in that right rear like this, you know, which is technically going to take a little bit of drive out of the car, but I think the car's got plenty. I think it's more me just driving the car right than it is actually anything off on the setup. It's like I'm kind of on the bubble. I'm almost like don't mess with it. But you know, I know, you know, feed the hot tire. The right rear is much hotter than the left rear, so I need to do something on my wedge of the car to put a little bit more of that weight into the right rear instead of the left rear. So I'm gonna take a round out of my right front to do that. That's all we're gonna do to this car. That's it. All right, y'all. Let me tell you, number one thing at the track, if you find good food, like I'm a bloodhound when it comes to finding good food. These right here are the bomb. Miss Marie, she knows how. All right, so Eve, let me show you what these are. This is a muffin that has got country ham and cheese in the muffin. These are the best. Anyway, I'm telling you, God. Hey, Miss Marie. Well, I can't talk now because I'm full of puppet. She got it going on. Hardhead, Lance, all of them, Charlie. There's some of my sponsors here at Dirt Race Life. I try to come anywhere they're racing anytime I can. Best thing ever, best friends ever. Muffins, I'm telling you. Country ham and cheese muffins.
There's
just,
everybody else is down there at the bottom.
yeah. So, but I mean, we were better. We were definitely better. The track is good.
Oh yeah, you can tell. Everybody's tired of turning.
Anyway, I gotta get busy. I'm gonna change out. The only thing I got left that I can do, the only thing I got left, I got 2 more fresh rear tires ready to go, cut up, sight, all that. That only put about 1 inch of stagger in the back of the car instead of about 2. Well, it's about 1.5 inches of stagger right now. I'm gonna drop it down to 1 inch. I think that'll be good for this track. That'll help. Other than that, I mean, I have plenty of drive, and I got the back balanced out as far as like rolling in and stuff. I think the car is good. I just could have drove better, maybe looked for an opportunity. It wasn't but 8 laps. I had to jump on every opportunity. I didn't have my brakes quite right quick enough, you know, and just the familiarity with the car and stuff to like go and take advantage of it. That was tough. I need 2 more cars to make the show. So we're going to the B main. Hey, get it! for the night. Starter, after I got hit and then I spun and caught another car, and I didn't realize it, but I broke the nose off the starter. I guess the engine was flooded, and I hit the starter button, and I broke the nose off the starter, and then I thought the solenoid wasn't engaging. And so they pushed me off, you know, and I went ahead and finished the race and everything, and I'm thinking that it's the wire that's broke, and you know, the wire, like one side of the wire was broke off, like maybe it wasn't making good contact. I did all that and everything, and the solenoid was still just spinning, and like the starter was spinning, not engaging. And I got up in there and looked, and the whole nose of the starter was gone. So I guess the engine had flooded, broke that starter nose off, which, okay, well, it is what it is. So we loaded it up, we're done. Overall thoughts, you know, I'm disappointed. When I was in the B main, at first I started moving forward, and the track, it took some more rubber, and like the car was good. And I really felt like that, like, okay, we've got a shot at this, making the top 3, getting in the feature. And then, you know, got some heavy contact from a guy. Then turned around, car got out from under me. I ended up getting put on the back because of it, and it just all went downhill from there. I could not make up the ground. And so, you know, it's like, that disappointed me. I'm happy with the car, but you know, I've got to get on top of it, y'all. It's like, okay, I know the car's better, but I feel like tonight, you know, I didn't take advantage of having a better car quick enough. And there were some opportunities right when the races started. You know, I didn't qualify good enough. I didn't have the car quite where it needed to be when I was qualifying, so I didn't qualify good enough. And then turn around, and when I got in my heat race, I had some opportunity right at the beginning of that race, but I did not take advantage of it fast enough. I was screwing around with the brakes. I had the brakes too far to the front. Then I turned around and started having to dial them back, and the car was a little bit nose heavy on me, you know, pushing just a little bit, but it just needed a little bit of rear brake bias in it. I got it dialed in, the car got good, you know, it's like, okay, this car's rotating right. But, you know, I wasn't, like, the race had stretched out, and it wasn't but 8 laps. It was over with at that point. And I can't do that. Like, I've got to do better than that. I've got to have the car where it needs to be. I've got to read the track. Green flag drops, I got to go. You know, so that's on me there. You know, so on to the next one. Got 1,500 to win in the factory stop. I'm traveling all week this week, but I've got Rachel's car about ready to go where we can take her. Going back to Clay Hill, it's a 1,500 to win, so that's definitely going to be a full field of cars. But I think Rachel needs to get in there and race with them. I think that she's at that level, and she's ready for that. So I ordered a bunch of wheels, and we got tires, so we're going to put her out there, you know, and so that's coming up. And I may take the Crush, I may not. It just depends on whether or not I get a starter for it, get the starter on, and all of that, you know. Got to get all that done and everything. Listen, you stuck with me this long. I hope this is good content for y'all, showing all the details. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe, folks. We try to get a video out every week. You just see it like it really is. Dirt race life is what it is, y'all. See you next time.